Everyone talks about the calm before the storm, the quiet before everything hits, the stillness right before the hard thing arrives. Nobody talks about the other one, the calm after. Not the calm that comes from avoiding it, and not the calm that comes from going around it, or over it, or under it. The calm that comes from walking straight through it. That calm is different. Thank you for being here. This is This Tree and Me. I am Cory J Riggs. This is a place where self-leadership gets built through story, reflection, and real conversation. Listen, allow, follow. The LAF Method is how. If this resonates, please make sure you hit that subscribe button for me. It's free. It helps us out so much. My team, myself, we are very grateful for every one of you. Also, please hit the like, share it, bring someone along with you. Now let's get into it. Being out here on the road has brought me some of the most foundational clarity that I have ever had. Mornings where something arrived deeper than what came before it. Landing in the chest in a way that I have never felt. And then the old pattern showed back up. I stayed inside more. I kept doing the same things. And the pattern that I thought that I left in Tulsa showed back up in a different zip code. Geography does not change behavior. So instead of making it mean something catastrophic to me, I simply let it be what it is, and I let the discomfort do whatever it needed to do, and I walked right through it. And somewhere in that walking through, a calm arrived. Not before the storm, after it. So here's what often happens with difficulty. We go around it. We find a way to step over it. We stay busy enough that it cannot catch us. We numb it. We reframe it into something that appears and sounds much better than what it is. And none of that is really wrong exactly. There are times that we just need to get through the day. And sometimes the full weight of things can't be carried right now. But ask yourself, what avoidance actually buys you? Because the storm does not pass. It just waits. And it will keep waiting, and it will keep finding you in a different city, in a different relationship, in a different version of the same situation. How many times has the same thing come back, but it's wearing a different face? And it keeps coming back until you stop, turn around and look at it, and walk right through it. The storm is not the problem. Avoiding it is. Because it carries something that you need. And it's something the avoidance keeps you from receiving. I woke up one morning And, if you've been reading the blog and following along with my social media content and the last podcast, there's just been something going on. And I really couldn't name it. I couldn't figure it out. I kept trying, just stay with it. Just stay with it. Keep going. You'll be fine. And that morning, it was a Saturday morning, and I just knew something had to change. Something had to completely change. I didn't know what yet. I didn't have an understanding of it yet. But I knew it wasn't right. So that day, took Kirby to the park that we found not too long ago. Walked around a little bit. There was a little Amish farmers market there, which was really neat. All these kids come up and see Kirby, and he got all the kinds of attention that he needed. And still yet through that day, preparing the blogs, getting them ready to post, it still wasn't right. Something was missing. And I just knew I had to change. I just didn't know what yet. I want to stop here because I know someone watching this right now is in the middle of going around something. And you know what it is. You have been stepping over it for days, maybe weeks, maybe longer. What would it look like to just stop and turn toward it instead? Not fix it, not solve it today. Just stop going around it and let it say what it needs to say. The storm is not the problem. The avoiding of it is. Walk through it. The calm is on the other side. Walking through may not look the way that you think it does. It does not have to look like sitting in the feeling until it breaks open. It does not have to mean confronting everything that you've been avoiding all at once. It does not require a ceremony. It does not require a breakdown or a revelation. So what does it actually look like? It looks like finding the simplest available act, the one that stops the avoidance, and taking action on the act. Not the biggest act, not even necessarily the right act. The simplest available act. Because the thing that you have been avoiding is being fed by distance. And the simplest act, it closes that distance. Think, what is the smallest thing you could do that you have been refusing to do? Be present, back in the body, doing the simple thing that alignment asked for. Walking through the storm. Walking through the storm is often returning to the simplest available act and doing it. So as I said, that Saturday was kind of like the straw that broke, right? So Sunday, I wake up and said, all right, how about we do this? On Sundays, I don't journal. I wake up, I go do everything normal. Meditation, make my oats, all that kind of stuff, and coffee, right? And then I watch CBS Sunday Morning. Love that show. So, okay, you know something's different. You know something needs to change. So how about we change this? Okay. So I took my intention that I typically go into with meditation. I kept it, changed it just a touch, but I added some things. And what I added was simply open up, open your heart, open your chakras, open and receive and allow whatever needs to be done, said, heard, seen. Let it happen. Don't fight it. Don't argue with it. Don't chase it. Don't try to change it. I simply just said, be here and allow it. Whatever it needs to be, let it be. Sit with it. Hear it. Something inside will eventually let you know what's going on. And during that meditation, it did. And that morning shifted everything after this. Walking through it, it is often just returning to the simplest available act and doing it. And what walking through it that morning produced was not a grand vision. It wasn't a new plan. And it wasn't a 12-step program to get back on track. It gave me 2 simple instructions. Let go of what does not serve and align with you. Let it go. And what can you do today that feeds where you want to go? Both of them. Repeat it every day. So what would you do? What would you actually change if those were the only 2 instructions that you had? And they are not new. Every teaching in this season has been pointing to those 2 things. When the avoidance stops, the complexity collapses. Not into something easier, into something just a little simpler. The clearest possible version of what was always true. So, after I got out of the meditation, and that was just feeding me, and when the noise would come, I would say, let it go, give it to the earth, give it to the universe, let it go, it doesn't serve you. And I just started keep recognizing those things, keep recognizing this, let it go, let it go. And then almost immediately after, every time I'd see that, what can you do today? What's one thing you can do today? Just kept giving me this over and over and over. And where it led me the rest of that day, and still through today, it's changed everything that I am doing every day. And not drastically, not dramatically. It's simple little things. But by listening and following those 2 instructions, if it doesn't serve you, Cory, let it go. If it's not aligned with who you are and what you want to be and where you're going, let it go. And then one thing, Pick one thing a day. You'd be amazed if it becomes more than one thing, but pick one. Start with one. So I did. That's what I chose to do that day after my meditation and after watching CBS Sunday Morning. 2 instructions. Let go of what does not serve you and do what feeds where you want to go. Both of them. Every day. So if those were your only 2 instructions right now, what would you put down and what would you feed? Let go of what does not serve. Do today what feeds where you want to go. Do both. Every day. So what is the calm after the storm worth? It's not a reward. It's not a sign that you arrived, and it's definitely not evidence that the hard stuff is done. It is evidence of something else. It's evidence that you can stay present, that you can stay present inside something difficult, that you can come out the other side of it with clearer instructions than you went in with. And that, not a certification, not a degree, not years of studying. That is the credential. But I want to warn you to be careful here. Because having been through something does not automatically qualify you. Plenty of people, plenty of us have went through many storms. And we've done different things, and we've definitely numbed our way past every one of them. The credential is not in the suffering. The credential is what you did inside of it. Whether you stayed, whether you listened, whether you carried something useful out. Because the person who can sit with someone else in their storm is not the person who has never had one. Oh no. It is the person who has learned to stay present in their own without running from it. And without needing to control where it goes. And I know what the calm after feels like. Not because I read about it. Because I've been there. Repeatedly. After the performance at the Gypsy. After leaving Tulsa. After leaving my job. After that unnamed feeling was finally named. After the same pattern showed up in a new place. And now after this one. Again and again, I have felt the calm after. Not before. After. And that calm keeps bringing something. The storm was carrying something that could not be received until walking through it was done. And so as I said, I had those 2 instructions that morning. I felt what it meant. I understood it. It was in me now. So after CBS Sunday Morning, I get up, I packed some of Kirby's stuff, some water and things for me. We're out in the desert. And some things for me, including pen to paper, was a message that I received in part of the meditation of what's one thing you can do today to help you get towards where you want to be and who you are. So I've been voice journaling for months now because of what happened to my eye several months ago. I forget exactly how long it's ago, but it's much better. But I've been voice journaling ever since, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I still voice journal to today in the mornings after meditation. I really enjoy that part of it because speaking it helps me find different curves and avenues to kind of follow storytelling. But writing's different. So I unpacked my journals, got the pens out, grabbed some stuff for me. We hit the road. 20 minutes away from where I'm staying, maybe 20, but 20 minutes from where I'm staying is the pink coral sand dunes in Utah. Beautiful. Gorgeous. So him and I go there. He's a basset hound. I always, he's got these little itty bitty legs. But when we first got there and I got him out there, he's just never seen anything like that before. He's never been in anything like that before. The first time we went to Water Canyon, he about wanted to jump in the creek. He's never been around anything like that. So he's prancing, he's happy. Well, until it's a lot of walking. At one point, he just laid in the sand. He's like, I'm done, man. It was soft. It's very deep. You're sinking into it as you walk. So we walked as far as we could, as he could, knowing I had to get back and I didn't want to carry him. So we rested a bit, just took in the scenery, took some beautiful pictures, and headed back. Sat down, relaxed, got him some water, let him recover a little bit. We get in the car, and I'm like, let's go back to that park. That park had some beautiful green grass. I haven't put my feet in the earth in quite some time. So we drive to the park, get out, sit down, find a bench, get him a water and a snack, and let him roll around in the nice, soft, cool grass. Take my shoes and socks off, put my feet on the earth, get out the journal, start writing. There's red cliffs all around. There's beautiful, beautiful cliffs. Just, it's amazing. And we just sat there and took it in. And that gave me everything I needed. Came home, got the blogs ready to post. I always get ready Saturday, post on Sunday. Got both of those written and ready. So Sunday, changed so much for me that now Monday, then Tuesday, then Wednesday, and it just kept going. Every day, now with the new intentions, with the new meditation, I got different music that I'm using now. I just changed my practice. You can't get stuck in it. It's what got me here, and I'm grateful for it. But what got you there is not what can get you to the next place. But those two simple instructions landed, and I followed. I listened, I allowed, and I followed. And every day just keeps getting better. I want you to think about a storm you actually walked through. Not one you numbed past, one you stayed present inside. What do you know now because you went through it that you could not have known before? The credential is not the storm. It is staying present inside it and carrying something out. All right, so we come to the part of the episode that I call truths. So as I'm putting together the material and the episode and getting it all lined out, there's things that really resonate a little extra with me that I want to make sure that I really drive home for myself, right? But I want to make sure that I emphasize them a little bit and let them stand out. If you found some on your own, send them to me. Love to hear your truths of this. Here are mine. I hope they sit with you. There is a calm after the storm. But it's not on the other side of going around or avoiding it. If you run, it waits. And when you stop running, what is left is simpler than what you went in carrying. What it came down to is 2 instructions. Let go of what does not serve you, and do what feeds where you want to go. Walk through it. The calm on the other side is one you cannot reach any other way. All right, so we're at the end of the episode where we talk about some reflection. And I have some questions here that I'd love for you to reflect with. Give me your feedback. If you have some questions that you found through this that you would like me to reflect with and give you some feedback, absolutely send them. I would be absolutely grateful and honored for that. Here are my reflections. What am I still carrying that does not serve where I am going? And what is the simplest available act that I can do today that feeds where I want to go? Let go of what does not serve you, and do what feeds where you want to go. Every day. Both. Thank you again for being here. If this resonated, please hit that subscribe button. Just double check to make sure you have subscribed if you thought you did. Sometimes that button doesn't take. It helps us out so much. It helps us grow. It helps us reach more people. It's free. It's simple. My team and I are grateful for every single one of you that are here. Like, share, bring someone along. Let's grow the community. Let's grow the conversation. You are the leader that this work is building. Keep showing up for yourself. The rest follows. This is This Tree and Me. I am Cory J Riggs. I love you all. Be blessed.